This is just a high quality, heavy duty headache rack. Now, why do you need a headache rack? And the primary reasons that you put a headache rack on a truck is to protect this part of the truck, the cab, the glass, so on and so forth. If you're using your truck for work, you're throwing in your gear in the bed, lumber, cement bricks, demolition stuff, you're throwing it in here and it accidentally bounces, hits that glass. That's going to be an expensive repair, or you dent the cab or something like that. So it's really meant to protect the cab. Now, the great thing about Magnum headache racks is that they are a headache rack that turns head. So it's got this aesthetic to it that kind of improves the visual appeal of the truck, if you will. They make these beautiful racks like this. Now, they have a couple of different options to choose from. First is going to be kind of choosing between their low pro and their high pro. And so the low pro is this model we have right here. The top of the rack sits kind of even with the top of the cab. Now, this is kind of unusual for a lot of headache racks. A lot of them sit a little bit higher to give you kind of that corner protection up here, or they're just kind of like a one-piece, one-size-fits-all headache rack, and so they have to fit the larger trucks and things like that. Now, the low pro is going to sit even. Now, they also do have the high pro that sits a few inches higher if you want that. And then once you kind of choose between high and low, you're going to choose basically everything on the inside of the frame here. This happens to be one of the more popular models right here, where we have our horizontal bars right here. We happen to get the window cut out. You can get it without the window cut out. And we have our integrated lighting that comes shipped from the factory with these LED lights put in place. Now, because of that, this is kind of a two-part install. First is installing the rack to the truck, and second is integrating your wiring for the lighting on the truck. Now, our lighting up here is going to have the clear lenses on them. Magnum used to make it where these were actually colored lenses, but now the actual LED lights inside are going to illuminate in kind of the red color for your brake and turn signals and your running lights, and then your reverse lights here in the middle are going to light up in that bright white color. Another thing I like about these Magnum headache racks is they do integrate just out of the box with basically any crossover toolbox that you want to put right here. It's going to fit inside this nicely. Magnum also makes a crossover toolbox that this 100% integrates with as well. Now, in the frame here, Magnum has what they call the glide track system, which is essentially just a track for mounting your accessories. And Magnum has a bunch of different accessories, whether you want to add some work lights or a strobe or a beacon or ladder stops or whatever it may be. You can integrate into this track in the frame here, and they have little notches cut out right here for you sliding in the hardware, either on the top rail or on this side rail right here. You can even get away with a slider bolt or a carriage bolt in some cases to attach that as well, but super simple for customizing your rack for your particular trade.